Hello and welcome everyone to another episode. Yes, so we're going to be heading back to the ship, all that good stuff. I took off. I forgot one simple thing. I did not put a flag down last episode, so I'm going to have to remember that the next mission. So this one, I'm really considering the possibility of going to BOP and seeing if we can possibly make it. I'm thinking maybe Pol first, only because if you look at the inclination on it, it really isn't much different than what we have right now. So if I did a burn, I could just basically fix up our inclination a little bit with it, at least in orbit here, at least I hope I can, and then head out, hopefully. So I'm basically gonna speed up most of this, and I'll see you when we get back to the ship and all docked up and everything. It's been a little bit. The takeoff actually didn't go that bad. You can see I have a decent amount of fuel left in my tank. I mean, I'm about a little under a quarter, so I mean, I'm not upset with that. This thing, I'm fairly confident with the amount of fuel it has and everything else. I haven't really gotten to the point where I've depleted it or anything like that yet, but I thought I was going to with Lathe, but I'm feeling a little bit more confident with this craft and everything, with as far as taking off and landing, and it's a little bit scary with the landings, considering I really don't have a lot of fuel to spare in case if something happens, but I do feel confident enough to where I don't think I'm going to end up getting stranded on a planet, or I should say on a moon, in any kind of way. Ooh, that's really touchy. Touchy, touchy, touchy. Let's see, how close is that? Wow, that's not that bad at all. I can actually make that closer too. I just don't feel like doing the fine-tuning. But let's see. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So I'm gonna speed up most of this, and I'll see you once we get docked back up with the mothership. And we're back, guys. Yeah, so a lot of stuff has been going on a lot lately, and I feel kind of bad because I've been a little bit lazy. Who's this guy? I don't remember bringing him. Is he in a Cupola module? Where is he? Maybe he's the pilot? I don't know. Who's in here? Please let me just... Maybe I could just do an IVA. That just make more sense. Yeah, he's the pilot, Mr. Sid. Whatever your name is. Yeah, we'll just call you Sid. Yeah. So, Sigdan. Yeah, Sigdan's the pilot. So we need to choose our next Kerbal in order for our next EVA. Or whatever you want to call it, and I'll choose Charlie just because I like that name. Charlie. So let's go. Let's see. And that video is I remember when it first came out. I just know. So I've been having a little bit of fun lately, and there's been a little bit of lag in videos as well, and I apologize for this. A lot of people tell me not to apologize for it, but it does make me feel bad, and, you know, people asking what's going on, and, just all that kind of stuff. And the one thing I'm going to tell you, basically what ended up happening is, my girlfriend, she went away to school. She went back to school, I should say, and, she's away at college, and basically she's going she's in a different state, so that has been a main kind of problem with her being away and all that other good stuff. And you know, basically I ended up kind of not having any material when she came. So, oh god, that didn't even sound right. Well, no, I ended up not having any, I ended up not having any, videos recorded or anything when she came, which was kind of a problem, but at the same time, I kind of sacrificed the fact that I didn't have videos so I could see her and just spend time with her, because it's been, about a month since I got to see it last. So it's been a little bit, you know, we both been kind of stressed out, and you know, we ended up going to see a couple movies and just spending some quality time together, and just, you know, just seeing things and just having a good time, and just, you know, just you gotta leave her floating, guys. This is the one thing I will tell you. You're dating a girl that is kind of not around you all the time. You need to keep her floating all the time. That way she knows, you know, that you're definitely serious, and you know, you really do like her and want to be around her. And it's always, you know, just a constant battle of just keeping her happy. That's the one thing I can say is learn to compromise and learn to just keep your girl happy. That's the one thing that you really just gotta learn to do. And being a little bit selfless sometimes, and sometimes being a little bit selfless means a lag in videos, which I didn't really like, but at the same time, I like having a girlfriend, so I had to make a very, kind of annoying choice, but at the same time, I'm happier being with her than I am with the videos, but at the same time, I like doing the videos. And trust me, when I say this, she is 100% supportive of me playing Kerbal Space Program for days. So, to find a girlfriend that not only is okay with you playing video games all the time for, you know, almost no reason whatsoever, in a way, I mean, there is a reason why I'm playing, but at the same time, to find a girlfriend that's just cool with you playing video games is kind of just a cool thing in general. So, I'm not gonna, I would never destroy a good thing. I just can't. That's just no. So, after all of this has been done, all I'm going to say is that it looks like as far as I know, we will be back to regular scheduled programming. And I got a few other announcements as well, so be sure to tune in and all that good stuff, whatever, you know. So, you know, back to regular scheduled programming. Definitely going to be wrapping up this mission very shortly, even though I don't really want to, and I think it's been an amazing trip, and everything has been going so well, so I'm just blown away by how well everything has been going. So that kind of sucks, but at the same time, we got better and bigger and cooler places to go. So not that Jool sucks, but we definitely got some better stuff to do. So let's see, let's get out of orbit here, and the one thing I'm going to touch on, at least for a minute, until you know, I'll make my announcements in a minute, but Tylo we will not be visiting in this trip, this whole entire trip of everything I've been doing. Now, Tylo, the main reason is a lot of people have described it in kind of this way, and I'm just going to use the exact same, you know, whatever they were saying, I'm just going to basically use the same exact thing. Now, Tylo's gravity is almost the same as Kerbin, as far as what everyone was saying, so because of that, landing is extremely difficult. So, I don't really want to land on it because of the fact that I went ahead and tried it anyways, and this was like off camera a while ago, and it just didn't really go very well. That's all I can say. Not that I crashed into the surface or anything like that, but basically, oh my god, we gotta fix this very quickly. Yeah, that way. And turn this off. Why did I keep time warp? I'm an idiot. No, so I tried landing before, and basically, I don't want to put the lander at risk of being destroyed in any kind of way because of the fact that the gravity there is so high compared to any other celestial body in this system. I don't want to risk anything as far as destroying the lander or just destroying anything because of that, and it's just it's been a little bit of an annoyance, but you know what, I can save it for another trip, and I definitely think I might end up doing something along the lines of that eventually, but I really don't know as far as what I will be doing. But I ended up looking it up, and there's actually a planet that is in orbit around Jupiter that's kind of has the same characteristics. The name starts with a G, and I can't really pronounce it off the top of my head because of the fact I just don't remember the name. All I remember is it starts with a G, and that's about it. So, alright, it looks like our inclination is perfect. I did the burn a little bit afterwards, but whatever. So, let's see, where are we going to get an encounter? I think we need to move this up a little bit. Yeah, this has to be, like, over here somewhere, so let's see what we'll get. So, the new thing, the new idea I have on my channel, at least something I really have been kind of wanting to do for a while, but I just haven't really gotten around to it, was a lot of people have asked me to do this. So the fact that they've asked me a lot of times means that I kind of want to get it out of the way, and I don't mean to say that in a bad way either. I've had a lot of channels basically ask me, my mind is jumping in like 12 different places right now because I forgot to mention a few people as well. So a lot of people have asked me to feature them, and I was thinking about a way of featuring everybody in a somewhat kind of equal way for everybody, so everybody will get you know, some kind of featuring, and I will feature people on a constant basis. And I've come up with a few ideas which I'm going to run by in a second, but the one thing I'm going to mention right now, And I'm not going to say your last names because I don't want to mention your last names, because if somebody was mentioning my last name on a video, I really wouldn't appreciate it that much. But Mr. Luke T, I had a pretty good conversation with, and he ended up buying me World of Goo, I believe it's called, and yeah, amazing stuff. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for buying the game for me. You didn't have to do that. I even told you that you didn't have to do that, but I just came home one day and it's like, you have received a game for free. I'm like, what? Who did this? Who? And yeah, so someone bought a game for me, Mr. Luke T. Thank you very much for buying the game for me. I don't really get to experience a lot of games on different games on a very big basis, yeah, kind of, because I'm always playing Kerbal Space Program, and you know, it's like 90% of all gameplay that I'm doing is Kerbal Space Program. So just to play something new, even if it's like slightly addictive, I'll play it for like hours. So thank you very much. It will definitely suck up a lot of whatever free time I do have. So definitely thank you for that. And I'm gonna put in this video somewhere, you know, it's gonna pop up for a second, or I'll figure something out, but Mr. David H made me some fan art a little while ago, and I really forgot to mention it, and I also forgot to check my email to even see it. So the email is the goosexy at KSP, or well, goosexy KSP at gmail.com. You know, I've had this email for a while, and this is the email that you would submit your craft to if you were submitting craft. And that's the other thing I should touch on as well. It's always open, so whenever you feel like submitting a craft for me to fly, you can feel free to send it to me, and I will definitely test it out. So, Mr. David H, thank you for the fan art, and I'm probably going to post it somewhere and, you know, just have it fly in off of the video or something crazy or something, I don't know, but yeah. Thank you for that, sir. Amazing, amazing stuff. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty funny, so let's see. Alright, let's get this. You know what? I'm not even going to touch it. That's just perfect. So the one thing you will notice, if those of you who have never been to Pol before, it's a very, very small moon. I would say it's almost like a captured asteroid. It is just unbelievably tiny. There really isn't much to it in any kind of way. As far as size is concerned, it just really is a very, very small thing. It doesn't have much mass in any kind of way, and it's... If you guys thought Minmus was really just kind of bad as far as like the amount of gravity or whatever that the moon has, this will definitely show you how bad, or I guess how good the gravity is here. It's literally nothing. I mean, if you wanted to call it that, it's just literally nothing. You will not even waste even the smallest bit of fuel trying to land on this planet, or the moon, I should say. I don't know why I keep on calling all these guys planets, but it's just kind of a habit. So, yeah, this thing just really did nothing. I mean, I couldn't even call it a moon if I really wanted to. I really don't think it even is worthy to be called a moon. It's like Pluto, you know, like everyone, planet, not a planet, dwarf planet. I don't even know what it's classified as anymore. I don't even know if it's just a piece of the Kuiper Belt. I believe it is the Kuiper Belt that's out there. Yeah, just I don't even know anymore. But you'll see, getting into orbit with it is just, it literally takes, I mean, most of it, the delta V that you're going to be wasting is slowing down so you can even meet up with the thing. So you'll see we are starting to get in orbit, and I'm going to try, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I have gone here once before, and that was a while ago, but... And, you know, usually I test out my missions and stuff like that, so, I mean, I'm pretty confident with the amount of fuel we brought and, you know, everything else. Let me just check. Alright, we're at 14 and 1452. That's more than enough. So we'll undock here, and we'll switch craft. Let's see, see, it's weird because he's not showing up over here. I don't know why, but I'll just try something real quick. And, yeah, board. There we go. Maybe it's because this isn't in control. I don't really know. Let's see, if I change it to here or to here, I really don't know if that's going to... It's probably going to screw something up. That's all I can tell you. So let's just let's get out of the way of this thing real quick just to see if something bad happens. So let's just check our lander fuel as well, because I usually check that because sometimes I don't disable the crossfeed, which means I suck fuel out of this tank instead of this tank. And yeah, lots of bad things happen because of that. So let's just see. Something tells me that this is the right way. So I got a little bit scared that I thought I didn't put a Kerbal in, but you know, we can't see him, so that kind of is weird, but whatever. So let's see. I'm probably going to... You know what? I was thinking about doing an orbit around, but I think we're okay. I really do think we're okay. So I'll just, you know, burn away all the velocity that we have because it's so much, and, you know, this is just going to take up so much of my fuel to land. There we go. But yeah, this thing is, like, worse than Min-Miss when it comes to landing as far as, you know, being pulled towards the planet and all that other good stuff because of gravity. It really is just a joke. So I can't believe that something like this is actually in the game, but at the same time, it's amazing that it is. So let's get down. Let's just get down on the surface here already. Now you can see how much I time warped. We're at 100 right now, and you can see how much meters a second I'm actually the amount of velocity I'm gaining just by falling, and it's really just nothing at all. So this place is just it's so funny as far as the gravity and everything else. So let's get down on the surface. This will be our next moon in our itinerary of landing. This is just amazing. It looks like we're coming down kind of like near where one of the Dauge? You can't play Kerbal Space Program with me, I'm sorry. This looks like it's kind of one of those moons that or not moons, but it looks like we're coming down near like the top of a mountain or something like that. This whole entire surface, there's no flat pieces. It's all just different angles, basically. That's all it is. It's just tons of different angles. I don't even know what the highest surface off the highest like mountain or whatever it is on the surface of this planet is. So, but I think I'm gonna lean it more towards this way. That way we kind of go that way, because it looks like there's more of a mountain over here. That way we can have a nice view to look at. Because I am all in favor of nice views. There we go. So it's time to slow down, since we are getting a little bit close to the surface. And my god, this just looks amazing. But yeah, you guys can see how much lander fuel I've actually used, and it's pretty much a joke. So I wish I could speed this up a little bit more, which I think I'm just going to speed this up. So I'll see you once we get a little bit closer to the surface. And we're back, guys. Yeah, so I was having a little bit of fun. I was going to try to see if I could land in cockpit view, and yeah, that didn't really go well because the ground radar wasn't working correctly, I guess, or something, but yeah, it was just, no, it didn't work that well. That's all I can say. And then I decided to do backflips for fun because it was just falling way, way, way too slow for me to really be okay with that, so... Oh my god. We did not really get that great of a landing site, that's all I can say. I call do-overs or something because this isn't really that great. There we go, and we got touchdown on our second moon. Well, I guess third moon if you want to call the lathe crash our third moon, I guess. So let's step down the ladder. Oh my god, I wanted to go down the ladder, not just fall onto the surface. Amazing. So let's look at the gravity and let's just see how far this little guy can jump. Charlie! Charlie! I want you to jump and see how high you can go. There we go. Wow. Yeah, you're still going. I bet you he could probably get into orbit with just his jetpack from here. I'm pretty sure of this. I'm sure somebody's gonna be like, yeah, he definitely can. So let's go back over here. I was thinking about putting, I forgot who it was that mentioned it, but you know, putting a basic memorial for Danny because, you know, he crashed and all that stuff. I forgot who said it, but you basically had something to write on the placard, and I was laughing the whole time I was reading it. That was amazing. So, yeah, so we should just put the flag down, and, we're on Pol, right? I just want to make sure we're actually on Pol and not Bop, because I don't want to write Bop. Alright, there we go. So yeah, this will be our first Pol landing, and, I'll have him put the flag down. See, this is what I forgot to do on Val, and, I felt kind of bad afterwards. So, first... Pol Landing site. There we go. Perfect. It's amazing. So let's get the RCS back. Too bad we really don't have any like science experiment-y kind of things and stuff like that. Which I should mention, we do have the update is in the process of being released as I record this. So let's see, let's go over here and get a nice view, because we got a crappy landing site, and that was all your fault, Charlie, because you don't know what you're doing, and I don't blame you. And this thing is just... I could build a moon base here, and I could basically use RCS. You could probably land on this moon with RCS, basically. That's how, you know, that I think that's basically how the... low the gravity is here, as far as if you wanted to do that. So could we slow down and stop going that way? I would really enjoy being on the ground right now. Come on. Where's his shadow? I don't even see a shadow. Oh, there's a shadow. It's just like a little speck. There we go. So, wow, this is gotta be like one of the coolest looking kind of like mountain ranges or whatever you want to call it that I've seen out of all the moons and stuff I've been on, because a lot of them, even the moon itself, after they've done the update with it and everything, it still doesn't look as spectacular as something like this. Now don't you fall. I will not save you. I do have a remote guidance unit on the lander, so if you fall, you're screwed. And we went 1.4 kilometers away. That didn't even feel like 1.4 kilometers. So, wow. That is just amazing. It would be really nice if I landed like right here, you know. That probably would have made things look a lot cooler. So, my God. That is amazing. So, let's get back to the lander. What are you doing? Okay, you just jumped in the air. Okay, don't even want... I'm not even gonna mention Charlie. You don't know what you're doing. Thank God I'm, like, partially in control of all of this, so you just... no. So I'm gonna head back to the lander now, and we're going to start heading back to the mothership, and I'm gonna kind of decide on whether or not we should do just one more mission before we leave. I feel like we should, but still unsure about everything because I haven't really checked our fuel stocks in a bit, so I don't know what we got to work with, at least for right now. I think I have checked it, but I'm still unsure about everything. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna get this guy back to the mothership, and I think I'm just gonna cut out most of the getting back portion and all that other stuff. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. If you like what you see here, subscribe. There's always more to come. To all you new people, welcome, and yeah, I will see you next time.